Hey viewers, rate the video. And Amumu couldn't find him, so he assumed probably that Lee Sin was already out of the general area. And there was no way he could catch him, but yeah, there was. So again getting a kill with the Q. The Q does a lot of damage by now. It's already 213 damage, 216 damage higher due to the fact that he lost hits with it. And he's just going back home to eventually go back to mid. Because the minions are already at his tower again. So in this case he's going tanky. Let's see what he might be building. Well, this is going to be a Frozen Heart. And then this is going to be a Trinity Force. So he's going semi-tanky, semi-attack, I guess. And we have a fight going on here. Amumu getting caught on his own. And tries to flash out, but there's no way he's going to live there. So Richard Tracy finally picking up a kill. Being 1 and 4, still not really good. And at this point, he's probably the worst in the game. Yes, he is. But the difference between the Karthus and the Nasus is starting to show. The Nasus has 122 creep kills, while Karthus just reached 100. And that's a big difference. Especially this early on. And Karthus should have no trouble in destroying all the minions with his Q. So he's still charging up the Q, the Siphoning Strike. It is a very important thing to do. It's the same with Vigar. With Vigar you have to last hit with your Q a lot, because otherwise you're just not reaching your full potential and you're not going to get really strong. I played a game about a week ago with a Vigar who apparently hadn't read the skills, so the tooltips on the skills, because he had no idea that he should be last hitting with his Q. And he ended up having like 15 last hits with his Q, where you should have about, I don't know, 75. And that means that instead of the 75 AP he should have, he only had about 15. But it doesn't show here. You can actually calculate here. Now he has 270 extra damage, so that's 90 last hits. And that's at 17 minutes in. So you can see how this is very, very important to do. Because in a game that takes about half an hour, you should have about double that. And then you can see that if you do 500 extra damage with one of your skills, that it's a good thing. But it also becomes much easier to last hit with it once you charge it up. Because obviously, when you do, in this case it's about 500 damage with your Q, then the minion is probably going to die. So no matter whether you hit it from full health or you hit it from very low health, it's probably going to die, because, well, the health on the minions is just over 500 here and just over 350 here, so for the caster minions. And then the cannon minion, of course, is a lot higher, it's 835. But still, you should be able to last hit several of them every wave. Oh, this is really unfortunate. Jenna dying there because her ultimate got interrupted. And yeah, this is probably the interesting fight here. So there's a 3v1 here, and as you can see, we cannot really follow the fight. It's going to be a 1-for-1 exchange or a 2-for-0 exchange. No, okay. Neither. It's going to be just the one kill. So Garen not doing too well this time. Nasus, on the other hand, did quite well there. He teleported in, and because the ward is hidden, they cannot see it coming. And so it's a really good way to kill people. It works the same way with the mushrooms from Teemo. You can teleport to the mushrooms from anywhere, and the opponents cannot see it. And once you get in there, or once you end your teleport, you can immediately use your skills. So basically, that would be a real teleport. Now they get all this advanced warning normally, and yeah, these kind of little tricks are really handy to know. Really useful. So Lee Sin missing his Q there. Teemo trying to hide by just not attacking, but it didn't work out. So wow, everybody survived that, even though they were all pretty low.
Your turret has been destroyed.
The top lane is lost now to Teemo, and as Vladimir, you should be able to handle Teemo. I mean, it's not like the easiest matchup, but still, it's not a difficult one either. So we can see that it's already down to 3 seconds because he's now level 5. Level 5 siphoning strike. And that means that the cooldown is now about 3 seconds, and he's doing about, I don't know, 600 damage per hit, something like that. So that means it's really becoming a factor in team fights and, well, fights in general. And that's because he's been leveling it up consistently throughout the game. He's been doing nothing else than farm with it. And in the beginning he missed a few, but for the rest he probably got most of them. Most of the ones he could get. And it's one of the things I really am trying to learn. So farming and keeping farming throughout the game. But he has 200 minion kills and nobody else is even close. The closest would be the 150, 158, 152. But for the rest, yeah, most people have been fighting and doing all kinds of things. And here you can see that the Q is doing so much damage that they can easily win this team fight. And since he is pretty tanky, he can stay in the fight quite a long time. So of course trying to stay a little bit clear of the initial attacks, because he is the person that's worth the most, and it's not a good idea to get killed if you're 7-0. Because if you're 7-0, you're worth something like 700 and something gold. So again, teleporting in here, not getting the Teemo because it's 1v4, but preventing the enemy team from doing dragon, even though it's already gone. Oh, this is just one more Q away from die, and this guy too. So yeah. So Mumu getting a kill there. Oh, that's not a Mumu, that's Teemo. Sorry. Teemo is so fast. Yeah, they should have probably taken out that mushroom, but okay. He didn't want to risk it probably. But the mushroom got revealed by the, I think, W skill from, no, it's the E skill from Lee Sin. And they should have taken advantage of that by taking it out and not so that they couldn't run into it later in the game. Anyway, the fighting phase has been done for now, I guess. So it is again a matter of farming with Nasus, and really ignoring everything that's happening on the map except for your lane. Because if you go help everyone, then you're not going to level up the Q or the damage on the Q. And you're going to be a lot less useful in the late game. And the late game is, well, the most important normally. As you can see, he is now hitting every minion with the Q. Well, virtually every minion. Of course, as I say that, he hits one just with a normal auto attack. And he can probably get his Cartus. There we go. Running out at low health, but it's enough to survive. Well, I guess he used his ultimate there to survive, but still. Yeah, now he has a Negatron Cloak and a null magic mantle. So he's not going to die